Most of us as parents would literally die for our kids. We would do anything to protect them. And that's why we're so shocked every time we have to report a story about a child being killed by their own parents. But this story isn't just about parents who would do the unthinkable. It's about a system that's designed to protect our children, but sometimes can't. In a perfect world, kids would be born into loving homes. They'd never go hungry, never be abused or neglected, and most certainly, they'd never be killed. But of course, as we know, the world is far from perfect.
There's no words to describe the pain. My babies were hurt. They were tortured.
It's unfathomable.
That house is hell.
Something that we can't even grasp.
It makes me feel sick to my stomach, to be honest.
How could a parent kill their own child?
Thinking what they went through is something we can't even put into words right now.
In 2019, there were 341 preventable child deaths in Arizona. 59 were ruled homicides. And in nearly half of those cases, the Department of Child Safety had been warned of trouble in the home. What is that weight of responsibility like for you when you do have a case that you have open and you make the wrong call and the child is not removed and a child winds up dead or badly abused?
I'm not going to say it was the wrong call. When we were in there making a decision, we've made a decision that we believe to be the right call, and all the folks, because it's not any one person making a decision, it's a consensus decision.
DCS Director Mike Faust agreed to sit down and talk to us about how his agency addresses child abuse complaints and is trying to reduce the number of child murders.
Again, we're about identifying safety threats, managing those safety threats, and then from there, making the most reasonable decision we can with the facts that are available to us.
Faust has been in charge of DCS since 2015, not long after it was created as a standalone agency in 2014.
It is evident that our child welfare system is broken.
That's when then-Governor Jan Brewer dissolved what was once called Child Protective Services.
Enough with the lack of transparency and enough with the excuses.
At that time, there were 6,500 cases of abuse that had gone uninvestigated. But now, 7 years later, Brewer says there's still a long way to go.
All these murders that have been taking place lately has just been devastating, absolutely devastating. I look at every child that's under the custody or involved with Child Protective Services as Arizona's children. They are our children. They're every citizen's children. It's our responsibility to make sure that they're safe and that they're well taken care of and that they're protected.
And it's always easy for people to look back and go, you should have or you could have. You know, and at the end of the day, it's very unfortunate that somebody chose to make decisions that had an evil outcome.
Where does the buck stop? If it doesn't stop with you and your agency when it comes to kids being harmed and kids being murdered, where does it stop?
Complex question. At the end of the day, I can't take responsibility for a parent who's going to egregiously assault, sexually assault, or murder their child, right? That's on that parent.
Still, former Governor Brewer hopes the state will take more responsibility for Arizona's most vulnerable population.
Something as serious as Arizona's children is a #1 priority. You know, I mean, it just is. Both the former governor and Director Faust agree that addressing this problem will take the entire community, meaning more access to mental health services and domestic violence prevention, and more of you reporting when you see something. You can see an extended version of our interview with Director Faust right now on 12news.com.